Alright, how are we doing today? Steve Mingleco, Final Web Design. Today I want to talk about the roles and responsibilities of a web developer in 2025. So let's get into it. Final Web Design, this is Steve. So going into 2025, the roles and responsibilities of a web developer will play a crucial role in essentially the business and maintaining their website, optimizing their website or their web applications, and taking the ability to present themselves on the web and the internet for the business itself. So let's kind of go into a few of the key basic roles here. The first is that you're going to have the actual designing and development of the website itself. This comes in basically two parts, or you can consider it three if you combine them together, which is the front end development, the back end development, and then again the full stack when you're able to do both the front end and the back end. Essentially the front end is the build and maintenance of the user interface or the UI. You're using technologies such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You're also being responsible for all the responsiveness for things like iPhones, Androids, and different displays that the website's going to be used on. Most of this all comes into the user interface, or how the actual visitor visits and engages with the website and the design and the presentation. You're going to be responsible for kind of enhancing that experience and making sure that people are able to easily navigate and find the information that they're looking for. The second part of the web design and developer would be the back-end development. This is working with the servers, and you're using languages such as PHP, Python, Java. You're going to be connecting with databases such as MySQL or maybe MongoDB. So a lot of the actual back-end development is not things that people are seeing. It's essentially the parts of the website that are being done in the back, storing the data, connecting all the information that's being sent through the website itself. You might have to integrate some APIs or connections to other data so that website and then the back-end information is going to be presented on the front of the website for the users and visitors. So the second part of web developer and design roles into 2025 is that you're going to be doing the website maintenance. Now, the website maintenance is everything from monitoring the website's performance and the website's uptime, which basically means any of the time that the website is down off the internet. You're going to be responsible for updating the actual CMS platform, any of the plugins, any of the libraries, and you're going to be responsible to make sure that all of it's compatible with the website as running currently. You're going to also have to ensure that you're running some type of backups, so if there is issues in the future, you're able to easily restore that data as or when needed. So website maintenance really plays a pretty important role in the fact that if you're not continuing to monitor and manage the website itself, things will go down, things will break, and ultimately the visitors and the clients are unable to use the website. The third responsibility for web design and development in 2025 would be testing and quality assurance. So basically you're going to want to thoroughly test and run the website through things like other browsers, through things like other devices. You're going to want to make sure that it has optimized speed and performance. You're going to want to debug and fix any broken links or errors in the code. And you're going to want to make sure that all the best SEO practices are implemented in the site for the search engine rankings. The fourth thing you're going to be responsible for is collaborating with the business itself or the other team. You're going to have to work with the designers, you're going to have to work with the upper management, you're going to have to work with a lot of other people that are involved in the web design and development process for the business as kind of that reference point of how the website is working for the company itself. You're going to want to implement and format effective strategies that show that things are being done as productive and as professionally and as up to date as possible. The final thing I would really say, or the second to final thing, would be the security and management. You're going to want to make sure that the website, again, is maintained properly so that you don't find yourself with things like SQL injections, spam, bots. All these type of things are kind of getting out of control ensuring you have a proper SSL certificate and data encryption, and you just want to monitor that security, that the website is optimized and not being a problem for people who are visiting. The other thing is you want to make sure if it's an e-commerce site that transaction or the payment gateway data is safe and secure. So those are all kind of coming into it. The final thing I would just say is innovation and optimization. You're essentially going to want to make sure that you're continuing to think ahead as to where the website is going in the future, how you see the actual business growing from a technology and from a website standpoint. You're going to want to make sure that you're kind of being that point of contact and always thinking about where things are headed in the future. Do you need to get into some type of AI collaboration? Do you need to get into some type of virtual reality or augmented reality? So just stay on top of where technology is currently and continue to innovate and think ahead for the business. So with those steps, I think you'll find yourself a lot of success going into web design in 2025. The market's only going to continue to grow here. A lot of businesses now, if they're not on the internet, they really should have been. It's kind of a given these days. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, that helps. Don't catch you next one.